So you want to buy an M6, but like me, there wasn't one in the area that you could just go test drive. And if you're tall like me, do you know if you're gonna fit? It's kind of risky. It's a big car, but we're gonna find out today as I show you how much space there is in the F-Series M6s. This is an F13 coupe, and let's get into it. Will you fit? I'm 6'5" and approximately 180 pounds. If you're watching this from a different country, I don't know what your conversion is. You can probably type that in somewhere and figure it out. But basically, I'm super tall and not super wide. I wear 32 size waist pants, so I'm a 32 there. And yeah, being 6'5" doesn't allow you to fit in a lot of different cars, especially sports cars. So to find something that you fit in, it's pretty important. And also having really great adjustability. For me, fitting in the car normally, not an issue. I can sit comfortably and in a really great sporty seating position. But the problem I have is when it comes to wearing a helmet. When I put my helmet on, if I'm gonna go to a racetrack for a track day, my helmet rubs that secondary inner bump on the top of the headliner there, right before that A-pillar. So for me, I have two different seating positions logged into the programmable seat buttons. The first one is my normal driving position, which is, like it sounds, my position I drive in every single time I get in the car. The second position is lean back a bit more so that my head won't rub on the ceiling of the car. If you're shorter than 6'5", even if you were like 6'3", you probably wouldn't have as much of an issue. But since I am so tall and long torso, I tend to rub my head on the ceiling with a helmet. In my M3, I had to put a bucket seat in because of the same issue. I didn't have space above my head, and even then I would still take out the butt pad just to get a little bit extra clearance. So the M6 definitely has more space overall, but in terms of height, that is going to be where you struggle. You can put the seat back really far and have plenty of legroom. I actually sit pretty close, so if you're worrying about legroom, don't. And I have plenty of space to wiggle around in the seats. I've had a bunch of different people in the car. No one's ever complained about the seats being too tight. There's also adjustable bolsters on the car, so you can actually tighten and loosen around you. I definitely turn those all the way up when I'm in the car, but even then, I still have a little bit of wiggle room. I just gotta eat more. When it comes to the interior space, like I said, I've got plenty of legroom down here. This is in my standard driving position. And then if I go over here and press 2, I move back a little bit, and then I definitely have way more lean in my back. This way I'm able to get that helmet clearance. I rub a little bit up here, but otherwise I have more helmet clearance. The wheel will go down once the car's on. It has that auto lift. So when you do have long legs, the steering wheel will go up before you get in. Then it comes back down once you turn the car on and all that stuff. So that's pretty cool. And so these are adjustable bolsters. And then manual setting 1, 2. What was my arm shakes? And then this is the massage seats or blood recirculators. Passenger seat is going to be the same. And as for a back seat, well, you're not going to be having anyone in there that's remotely tall whatsoever in the coupe. The back seat is essentially one fist length away in the passenger side, and in the driver's side, well, about the same. So there's nothing to write home about on that back seat. I mostly just use it to store my helmet and some other stuff, and that's about all you're gonna fit. The only gripe I have mainly about the interior is this mirror right here is actually really, really big, and it comes down a lot this way. So when I'm driving like this, I have this in my way. Instead of being able to see all of that, I see that. So I definitely am not a fan of this rear view mirror here. Way too big on certain roads and stuff. I actually have to hunch down to get a really good sight line there, but that's a small thing. Otherwise, great visibility out the back and all of that. That's gonna be it for today. Nice and simple, just an explanation of size and fit. The trunk on this car, I forgot to mention, is also massive. Not that you're gonna be in there, but theoretically you could be if you're moving stuff around. I don't know. But overall, if you're not freakishly tall like me or freakishly wide, you should totally fit just fine in the M6. Probably way more comfortable than I do, especially if you're trying to go to track day and have a helmet on. So just know that you're safe and sound, and I'll sit in the car for you so you don't have to do that. With all that being said, hit that like button and subscribe if you're digging the content lately. I'm going from cars to clay sculpting to EDC to shooting, all of that stuff. So I hope you guys have been digging it. I've been trying to post a ton of more content because, you know, now's the time, right? So hit that subscribe button and I will catch you guys in the next video.